Hey, so it's been a long time since I made a video, and I was having a good hair day, so I thought I would make a video. I'm just kidding. I'm making a video because March 17th of last year, I started testosterone, and it's March 26th, 2015 now. So that means it's over a year on testosterone, and I think the last video update I made was like 3 months or 4 months, so I mean I'd have to go back and look. It might have been 6. I don't really know. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and as I was blogging and doing stuff, I was like, I haven't made a video, let's make a video. So, yeah, 1 whole year on testosterone. I feel like I don't seem happy enough. I feel like I have to be like shaking with excitement. But I think that the happiness I feel and how excited I am isn't completely visible because it's still a very surreal experience. The only way I can think of relating it to maybe something you might understand if you haven't been in my position is if you've ever asked for something or like wanted something, maybe like you wanted to go somewhere, you wanted to do something, you wanted to go to a certain school or college or whatever, and you've had this like dream for so long, but the odds seem never in your favor. And 1 year you stop asking for it because you've just kind of gotten to that point where it's like, I don't know if it's ever really going to happen. And it happens, and you're just kind of stunned. You don't really know what to say. Like, this isn't real. Is it real? Is it still here? That's kind of how I feel. I mean, it's 1 year, so a lot of changes have happened. Ups and downs, not a perfect year by any means, but to get to this point is so just like, yeah, here. But there's still so much work to be done. So, just so you guys know, when you start hormones, taking testosterone, they say that the changes will continue to occur up to like 3, maybe even more than 3 years after you start. So while my voice is probably as deep as it's going to go, it's stayed consistent, and though there's other changes that have happened that probably won't get like that much faster, it's still going. It's just like going through puberty again, which is what I always wanted, was to go through twice. So there's that. I think I've updated, like, you know, there's more hair on my body now. Facial hair, which I've always wanted. It's weird, it's growing like this way. I do have to shave it or it just looks strange growing on the side of my face. It's not like super noticeable to the point where it's like, oh wow, you have like mutton chops going on, but it is to the point where if you're sitting next to me, you're like, are you gonna cut that off? Are you just gonna keep it there? So that's happened. Energy-wise, definitely more energy. I don't really just think that's testosterone. I also think that's just being happier with myself and like wanting to get up and get out of bed in the morning. Some things that aren't testosterone related. I recently applied for grad school. I still don't know the results of that. I applied at Chatham, which is in Pittsburgh, NYU, and the University of the Pacific is my other right now school I've applied to. All of them I've applied for food studies or gastronomy, some form of food-related education to continue. So I'm super excited and scared to see where that goes. I've also extended my stay here at the Culinary Institute. I was supposed to graduate in April. I'm still walking with my class because these are the people I started with and I have come to know and love. So I didn't want to just be like, I'm going to walk with the next class of these people I don't really know that well. So I'm walking with them on April 16th, but I'm staying an extra semester to get a second degree in applied food studies, which right now is causing me grief because financial aid is, I don't know, I just wrote about it. on my blog, which I just started a new website. I'm trying to further get my name out there. It's still really uncomfortable, though, to be like, hey, I'm awesome and you should talk to me so I have opportunities to do more things. So I'm like still struggling with that because I feel pretty show-offy and like weird about it. Like I'm like, I put my face all over it and just, it's weird. But in order to make a difference, I feel like there has to be a way to like get out there somehow, especially with this rise in like social media and everybody's on the damn internet. Like let's be real. So there had to be something I had to get in that. Other than that, though, like I'm on the Culinary Institute of America website with a student profile, and in that profile I actually discussed transitioning, which for me, and I think for the school to post, is a big deal. I think that the position of a chef is a very Western, traditionally male-dominated field, and though I've transitioned from she to him and I accept male pronouns, I still see myself as there's never going to be like, oh, I'm a man now, like I'm on this side of the spectrum, because it is a spectrum. I'm kind of always going to be floating in the middle because I had the experience growing up as a woman, as a girl. Like that's how I grew up. And though I've moved more towards this end and had the ability to transition, I'm always going to know what life is like on this side, and I'm never going to understand what it was like to grow up as a man, like from a man's perspective. So there's still always this like tugging, and I think I'm pretty comfortable of being in the middle now. I just think that I know who I am and I'm secure in that I can safely say I'm in the middle. Another awesome thing that has happened is in the past, it's March now, so 3 months, I've lost 25 pounds. And that's something I knew I needed to do for a while, but having the commitment to it was really hard. My goal is actually to hit 180 pounds, so I'm quite far away from that. Because I started at 250, I'm down to 223-ish pounds when I got on the scale last time. So my goal is to hit 200 it was supposed to be by the time I graduate. I don't think that's a foreseeable goal because just how life has happened. But I mean, if I could get around there, if I could get down to 210, that would be really cool, and I'd be really happy, and I'd love to walk across the stage with that confidence and where I'm going and where I'm heading. It's just transitioning has really helped me in my dysmorphia and how uncomfortable I am, but at the same time, I've always known I've been overweight, and finally accepting it and just being like, this is what you have to do to get to the other side. And plus, being an applied food studies major, wanting to make a difference in the lives of people and how they eat, how can I tell someone how to eat if I'm not eating the way I'm preaching? So making sure my ingredients are fresh and making sure that I'm balancing my meals and understanding like where my food comes from, and what it can be with fresh ingredients has become really important. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. My life still revolves around school and working and just getting by and living this crazy culinary life. So I've blabbed on now for about 9 minutes, and I feel like I should stop. But I'm going to post the link to my website, student profile, so you guys can check it out and see what's going on. I'm going to try to make more videos, especially now that I'm seemingly blogging almost every other day, which is good. I just actually revised a couple of my posts, though, because I just didn't reread it, and there's stupid errors, and I'm like, if someone read that, they're going to think I'm an idiot. So that had to be done. But yeah, other than that, I hope everybody's doing well, and I'll post another update video soon. So, awesome.